It looks very purpose-made. And I really love the coupes because we didn't get them. We only had, we only had hatches.
Wow,
so we only ever had S13s. No S14s, S15s.
Right.
And all the S14s in my country are hatches. So
Really?
there's
That's interesting.
There's not even one guy drifting a coupe. A couple Irish guys and English guys, but in mainland Europe, nothing.
What do they call them there? Are they like 180SXs or are they called 240SXs?
Yeah, so they had the 2.4 or the 1.8. So the 2.4 is the KA.
Yeah, okay. So
But they didn't sell a lot of them, but there's a bunch of them. Up until 15 years ago, they were just old ladies' car and nobody wanted them.
Yeah. It's just a stock VVTi 1JZ.
Cool.
It says Tomei cams, Tomei turbo, ID 1000s. Pretty simple GTR coil pack. Let's just say it made like 550 to the tire, but it doesn't feel like 550. It feels like 300 horsepower.
And what trans are you running?
CD09.
Okay,
so
cool.
There's the Z trans, stock diff, even stock axles right now. It's getting like a complete overhaul in the next couple months, but this is probably the last time I drive it, how it looks.
I like the look, so I really like all the American guys have all like the flake paint and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a typically American. It's really cool. I like it. So what did you drive with this car? Which comps and what stuff did you do before FD?
So this car has done quite a few US drift shootouts. At one of them it won me my FD Pro license, so we got third at it's called like the Battle of a Bay event. It was like 2020.
Right.
So that's what got me my FD license and basically made that car happen.
Right.
We've won every gambler that I've ever competed in here.
Whoa.
So I've now 4 in a row.
Wow.
Technically undefeated.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, won 3 on the big track, which is like the FD track on the other side.
Yep, we've been there.
2 in this car, 1 in that car. They did like a pro event too. And then they did a road course gambler too in this car, which is the last time I drove it, I won that too.
Right.
Technically.
So
undefeated here.
Normally you can drive your FD car in the gambler.
Correct, yeah.
Okay. Because what rule prohibits that?
They just basically made a very like laid back, no FD car rule, like a gentleman's thing. Now there are, the funny thing about it, there are ex-FD cars that compete in it.
Yeah.
But
maybe
they're
older
mostly,
ones.
yeah, they're pretty like detuned now.
Yeah,
like,
right.
The superchargers taken off of it, had the crazy motors pulled out. But there's 3 ex-FD cars that still compete in the gamblers. But anyway, whatever the case is, it's like a gentleman's rule. Like just don't show up in that and try to, compete
clubbing
with
baby seals with that car.
Yeah, exactly. So this thing is very, very basic. It gets the job done though. I love it to death. Like, this is my first true love. I'll never get rid of this car.
But these things are so good. Like, So in Europe we have a lot of BMWs, but like everybody's always looking at the Nissans because that's basically what originated drifting and the OG car, so to speak. Yeah, they're cool. And the nicest thing is if you don't put crazy power in them, you can leave everything else way easier to service, and like you don't have to have a fucking $9,000 transmission in it and like run special fuel, or you could just run it on pump fuel. And can I check it out under the hood? Because I'm always super interested.
We're developing this new, one of my sponsors and the company that built that car actually is MA Motorsports.
Oh yeah, from Maryland.
From Maryland.
Brian Wilkerson.
Exactly.
Right?
So Brian started another company called Ilaria Tech, and he's just making like cool things like this. So this is like an S13 brake booster delete.
Oh, right.
This is the prototype version. It's the first time we've actually put brake fluid through one to see if it'll work. So that's why
can I film it though?
Of course, yeah. You could film it. It might change when it's in production.
I like Brian's work. Like I recognize the logo because he also did like a catch can, I think.
Oh yeah, you should see that car if you like Brian's work.
I like Brian's work. Yeah, I have
it's like a piece
Facebook
of
friends. Yeah,
it's like everything he does is insane. It's his. I got to spend probably maybe a month's worth of time when it came crunch time to finish the FD car with him, like kind of helping him build it. And just watching his craft and watching what he does and like how meticulous he is with stuff and how smart he is, it's insane.
Yeah.
Like,
no, you can tell.
insane.
You can tell. You need to be smart to build at that level. So this is, of course, maybe aimed at the whole Pro Spec thing.
Correct, yeah. That's really what
yeah.
fueled the fire to develop that, because now that they won't allow pedal boxes and stuff in Pro Spec, this is another way to get a similar setup without having to, it basically, to cheat the rule, really.
Yeah.
You can still run the same exact setup, just you keep the factory brake pedal.
Because I have a lot of problems with those rules, of course, because the BMWs have problems with the stock pedal boxes.
Right.
And the geometry of the standard pedals is made for a booster, which you really don't want in a Pro car. If you have a V8 with a crazy cam, it sucks to have the vacuum, and if you have a turbo car, it's also not great. And one of my cars back home has the standard pedal, because we were also looking into this, and I made some Alfa Romeo kit for this. I made that fit, but it was like a whole day of work, like a full day, 7 a.m. till 5. just to make it fit the bulkhead. Never mind the geometry, just the bulkhead fitting. But it's really nice that you can get normal actual brake masters for them in different sizes, because a lot of people really underestimate how that changes the feel of the braking. And standard cars, like a standard factory car, will usually only fit the standard brake master cylinder. Maybe one, like on a 3 Series, you could fit one from a 5 Series, but you can't really do stuff with it. So this is a really good solution. I like this. It looks cool. It doesn't seem like you have the balance bar hooked up with a cable yet.
No, yeah, I didn't mess with it. I didn't even mess the setting up yet.
Right.
I bled it last night, and it was late, and we were tired, and I was like, whatever, I'll mess with it at the track. I just wanted to get it in and bled and whatnot. I think it needs a couple adjustments. That's again why we brought it to test, so that we could develop the kit properly. But the pedal feels incredible. I'm actually surprised at how good it feels.
And they did something with the tensioner. I don't think I've seen that before.
Yeah, it's a little rusty because this car caught on fire at the U.S. Drift event that I got the pro license at. Basically, one of my crew guys left a bag of zip ties under the hood.
Oh, no.
Right here, he left a bag of zip ties.
Oh, no.
And the bag went up in flames, so we didn't pull the fire suppression. We just put it out with a fire extinguisher, but all the fire extinguisher got all over the engine bay. So that's like, it rusted my brand new cam gear, it rusted it rusted, everything got rusted from the fire extinguisher stuff. We ripped it was the middle of a battle. So it was basically my first battle. We came around, or first half of the battle, we came around, car was on fire. We put the fire out and went right back in and did the second battle, did my lead run, getting blasted in the face with fire extinguisher dust. Ended up winning that battle. And then moving on to get our pro license. But yeah, this thing you were talking about is I kept throwing belts like crazy, as you could see by all the times it threw it off. So I think it's like Excessive Manufacturing or Maverick or something.
Oh, it is. Those are dudes up in Oregon, close to Chelsea or something. Because I have a head brake.
They made the adapter. They made the like.
Oh, really?
I bought all this stuff together actually from the previous owner of this JZ, not the car. All the Excessive stuff, but they make that lockout thing.
Right. And I have their handbrake. I love it.
It's never lost the belt since I put that on.
Crazy. And you'd think like there's a million people running JZs and drifting, and this is the only one I hear that throws the belt off. So that's
something happened. I was actually testing it at this old racetrack I used to work at called Monticello Motor Club.
Oh, I know that. Yeah, I heard of that.
Yeah, I was testing. Went great the whole test day. Loaded it in the trailer. Drove directly to Ohio to do it was a Midwest Drift Union competition. And the very first lap off the trailer, threw a belt, and every single lap me and my friend Matt over there went to every single auto parts store within an hour of the track and bought every single belt that they had. And every run, we would throw a new belt on and go through the battle and blow the belt off. We put another one on for the next battle. Yeah. It has electric water pump, so like, it would just run off that.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I like this car a lot. It's really cool. What turbo size are you running?
I don't really know the exact size what it is. It's a Tomei M8280. It's a stock location turbo. Right. I don't know what it compares to. I would imagine like a 30R.
And did you rebuild it, or are they hard to rebuild? Or?
The turbo or the motor?
The turbo.
The turbo is, I've never touched it.
Right.
I put it on from when I got it off Amazon. Literally.
Right. But it's probably aimed at like a road car, like Tomei, of course, being a really serious company.
Yeah, it makes power supercharged like.
Oh,
it's weird. It
linear,
doesn't come on like early at all. It's just like a really linear. It peaks at like 552 on 30 pounds, but it won't make 30 pounds to like 6,000 RPM.
So it's really well matched with the motor, it seems.
Yeah, it works well. It's a little low on torque. I only made the VVTi wasn't working at the time.
And you're on different cams, so you're on the standard cams, or?
It's a Tomei Con cam, so just like a drop-in Tomei cam.
Are they like 264, or you have any
I think it's around that. I don't know. It's a really small change.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't need head work, doesn't need any of that. It does have head work and stuff done to it now, but it didn't need it originally.
Cool. Well, I love the car. Thanks for showing it, man.
Of course, yeah.
So, this blue right here, not the yellow, just the blue, is from me. It was top 32 at one of the gamblers, and it was raining. And since it's Alex, I know I have to go really hard. So I entered probably right where you're standing, according in relation to his car. And his car slowed down, mine didn't.
Oh, man.
Long story short, I can't close my window anymore.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I can't open it anymore. Oh, well. It's all right. I'll have to just pull it out with a plunger or something.
Yeah.
But he stayed in it, didn't spin. Dude, once I hit him, I was like, well, there it goes. Because I thought he was just going to loop it.
It's ended, yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't.
Well, it's nice. It's nice that you guys drive so much with each other and know each other so well. Like
He's one of my favorite guys to drive with.
Yeah.
It's so great.
Yeah, no, it's really nice. It's good to see the the whole story of some car like this and then ending up in doing FD Pro Spec.
Yeah.
That's really, really good to see that you can still get so much reward from a relatively simple car that almost anybody could build.
Yeah.
And have these results. And there's really no other motorsport where you could basically do that, you know.
This car would be like, besides like the rear rad, it's so easy to replicate. It's the same turbo that my dad has.
Yeah.
That turbo.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's the same car.
It's largely the same car, but then it's a coupe. Yeah. Really cool, man. Don't forget to take a look at our website as well, einzel.nl. We ship worldwide, of course, Wisefab, Feel Suspension, our own brand Einzel, gearboxes, quick change differentials, axles, all kinds of things. A lot of fabrication components, of course, air jacks, subframes for quick change, you name it. Drop us an email and we'll hook you up.